changed since the show? I know this is different for you because technically you were on the show before, so this is kind of like, I guess, what changes when you do that second show? What is the next step?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely changed in a positive way since the real world has ended. Just because as you get older, you start to like come into yourself a little bit more, of course, and watching yourself on TV, especially when controversial topics have come up and essentially been a pretty pivotal point, of my being on the season. I was able to really let me reflect on a lot of things that I guess spoke on and said and really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff.
Um, Work-wise, everything's pretty much the same. I think that my biggest change is obviously still with Peter. So we actually moved in together. So we have an apartment, we got a dog. Everything with that's going great. So obviously, my whole living situation and lifestyle has changed greatly.
I'm from, a very small town. Ann Arbor is very tiny. So the minute I took my twist out, like nobody recognized me. So my life my life hasn't significantly changed a lot, but the people who have recognized me and that actually are really into the show, I've been, kind of keeping in touch with those fans just because a lot of the fans like me based off of what they can relate on. So, I mean, my life hasn't changed too much because most of the fans that I do meet feel like I'm kind of like the friend of Real World that's like, oh, like she's humble, like she's working at, Pandora, like she's living life. So, I mean, it's kind of been chill. It's been more of a like, I'm here to kind of tell you my experience. I'm also here to kind of like help you too get to where you want to be. So,
Like, what has changed since the show? Anything significant? Clearly, you came on single and you left in a relationship. So other than that, what other big changes have changed for you?
In terms of like big changes, I think me and Jen being together, we live together. That's a big change. I have a publicist now, and we're doing some stuff. We're doing some big stuff. So
that's awesome.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm in Manhattan a lot and doing a lot of different stuff. So
apparently, right now, nothing significant has really changed. I feel like it's still a little early. Only thing I've really been doing is just been working, spending time with my family, spending time with my son, etc. But other than that, nothing really changed. But for right now, I would just give it to it's just for right now.
So it's hunting season, so I've been hunting a lot. It's weird going out and like people noticing me, and I don't know, my social media has gone up a little bit. That's just pretty much the basics of everything.
What's going on? Like, what's been going on since Real World?
Everything's been really good. Everything's been great. Just been living in Chicago. I just moved to a new apartment down here. I'm in the city, which I have been, so that's been good. Modeling has been going really well and booked some really good things and have good things coming up with that as well. So that's been great. Still working at the hair salon downtown and doing hair. So if you're in the Chicago area, want your hair cut, updo, makeup, whatever style, blowout, want to look good for the night, hit me up. So everything's been good. Well, I got a puppy!
So cute! And what's your puppy's name?
This is Bronx. Say hi, boo boo. He's a cup chihuahua, so he's 1 pound and 6 ounces. And he's gonna get about 1 more pound, so I'm in love with him.
Apply for different types of modeling agencies, see where they take me off. Because I got this experience being at the house, it I kind of wanted to change, my lifestyle or how I am.
Explore, speaking out to people, maybe going to schools, maybe even doing interviews about, kind of what I went through and how I think, you can promote, happy, a happy day to day, and loving yourself and loving yourself more. So I've been, investigating in that area. That's been my significant change.
I love that. I love that.
The next step for me in regards to reality television, I'd have to say is going on the challenge. That's something that I would love to do if I got that phone call, just to kind of like bang out that trifecta. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's been the first show I've always wanted to get on since I was a kid. So if they call by any chance, I would 100% like to join that next chapter of MTV and see where it goes from there.
Oh my God, so cute.
I love him. He's so bad, but I love him. I feel like it's definitely different because obviously we don't have the cameras in our face 24/7. I mean, we had to adjust with the whole like real life situations, like me going to work, him going to work, our friends and all that. But honestly, it's pretty much the same. Like everything's going great. We had our ups and downs in the house, but obviously that's a very unique situation. But any relationship is going to have ups and downs. So we still have ups and downs here and there. But other than that, like we're very happy together and everything's going just fine.
Basically the same. I get recognized every now and then downtown, but everybody's been really nice and supportive.
House, I was really close to Kim in the beginning. Like me and her were just together always. I mean, she's barely in the show, so in the beginning I was barely in the show because we were together like all the time. And then, as the, time went, I started getting close to Tia, and then I got really close to Anika, towards the end. And then I was also close to Jen, when she, wasn't with Peter. So, I mean, it's just like, I tried to, build a relationship with everyone, but mainly I think it was Kim, you, Anika, Jordan, and Jen, who, like, I was actually really close to, and I actually would go on to the side and have deep conversations with and get to know them on a personal level outside the house.
Well, yeah, I was relatively close to everybody in the house, especially the sisters, like best friends, But other than that, who do I keep in contact with? I still keep in contact with Mike, like once in a while. I talk to you once in a while. Jen, obviously. I mean, nobody really. I mean, I really don't speak to anybody besides Mike.
A lot of my roommates, I don't talk to them as much as I would like to, but I still keep in contact with everybody, or mostly everybody for the most part. So, and social media helps you keep in touch with people too.
Cass. Cass was my, first of all, Cass was my roommate. Every time, he was the first person I seen in the house. We always speak, we always work out together. He would give me I'll be honest with you, he would give me some advice, I would give him some advice. And so, like, I would say, like, he was just definitely the closest person. Plus, me and him used to, always, do more things than other people in the house.
And who are you still close with now that you're not in the house?
Yeah, female-wise, you and Jordan were definitely, like, the two that I was the closest with. Although I was really close with Tia at times, although the show doesn't really show that. Like, I felt like I was always there for her, like, having conversations with her.
You were there for her a lot. I do remember that.
Yeah. She was like one of the original 7, and like she handled herself. I felt and thought that she was very mature for her age, in comparison to other people on the show. And like I really, I I did feel bad for her. So I don't know, but male-wise, I was definitely close with probably Theo and my bad blood. Surprisingly, like MTV really helped me and Pete patch up our relationship, and as you can tell off social media, we see each other a lot. I'm just hoping that the real world will have done as much like positive things for me as it will for him.
Well, obviously I love you. You just came and saw me in Chi-Town, so that was fun.
That was so much fun.
So fun. I'm so glad you came out. Both 16. I love Theo. Theo and I have been really close since the show. I've seen him the most out of everybody because he lives, by me in Chicago. And we talk a lot. We talk, every few days or so. So we're close. Me and Lana have been awesome, better than ever. And Tia definitely talked to. We're close. I haven't seen her really or anything. I haven't seen any of the other cast members. You three are the only people I have seen since the show and since we did the after shows. But definitely Tia, I have a lot of love for her. And then, Katrina, Anna, Jen, I always talk to them on like social media and stuff. And Kim, of course. Kim and I have texted a few times and talked on social media as well. Same with Mike. Mike and I are cool. Everyone else, I have a love for everyone. There's no beef. I have no beef anymore with anybody, so
Well,
that's a
yeah.
plus. But we're just, we're not, I wouldn't say we're close. You three are definitely the three people I see and talk to the most, but definitely close to a few other people. And the other ones, I have love for them because we did that experience together.
I was pretty close with, all the girls were awesome, but I was pretty close with Kim and Lana. I do talk to Kim once in a blue moon, but I definitely talk to Lana. We're trying to plan a trip for her to come visit and everything. So that relationship hasn't really changed much. I would say, obviously, I'm not close to Anna and Katrina. We'll just leave that at that. Other than that, like, I kind of just, social media is a huge, kind of, I guess, bonding thing, even though we're not all together and we're all
It makes
in
you
different
think
states.
that you're actually there, even though you're not there.
Yeah, like, we all, like, when the episodes air, we kind of, like, interact with each other, so it really, really, helps keep in touch with everyone.
I talk to you regularly, like, like keeping in contact with you, I think, the most out of everyone. Mike will keep in contact and write me every now and then. Kim, I keep in contact with her. Steve, I don't really talk to you that much, or Jordan, but we keep in contact on social media. Well, I think everyone in the house completely went, like, we all stuck together. We're still in, like, the group chat, so we can all, like, keep in contact and whatnot. But I think, it's different from having them as your roommates to not having them as your roommates. We all live in different states. So, yeah, we keep in contact. I wish I kept a little more contact with everyone else. But, we're all really busy and whatnot, so.
Fight that we had, as you saw, like I felt very like, damn, why are we in this predicament? And her was a lot more. So I'm glad that we were able to talk things out and move on from it. And we're so close now. And she's been my best friend since I was like 15. I've known her for like 6 years. So to just have her back in my life is like probably the best.
I love Lana. So what are you how are you and Peter right now?
Me and Peter, good. When I was dating my ex, her and I and Jen and Pete, we went out all together to Hoboken, and I've gone out with Pete now a bunch of times. On top of the fact that we've been doing so many interviews together that we're constantly seeing each other. So it's cool. MTV really did help. And to be honest with you, the fact that I got sent home right after we kind of patched things up might have been for the best in the situation of me and him, because we were really able to like kind of leave off on a positive note.
Currently, we aren't speaking. So, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope that you guys work out any issues that you guys have. Do you feel as though having, you and me on the show worsened or bettered our relationship?
I feel like it worsened our relationship. I guess because, like,
it's not funny. It's just sad because it's so true.
I know. I guess it's like we already wasn't seeing eye to eye.
I know, we were actually cool before, but
I know, right? We were cool before, and it's like once we got on the show, it's like shit just plummeted, and then we were just like, I remember like speaking to you, and we were like, "Yo, is once we leave the show, that's it. Like, you're going to do your thing, I'm going to do my own thing, and pretty much simple as that."
Me and Jordan are great. Like, where kind of our relationship kind of stands right now is we're just relearning about each other, and then we're also taking, more into consideration that we do the things we do because that's who we are. Like, we can't change ourselves. We can try to adjust, kind of, accommodate each other's feelings, but at the end of the day, she's who she is, I'm who I am, and we just have to respect that. So we're kind of, building around in that aspect. I have not talked to the guy. He deleted his social media. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. but she hasn't talked to him either. So
It looks like somebody's
hopefully,
hiding. Do you still speak to Maserati?
No, not at all.
Now, I think that's pretty interesting because, from the way the show made it look, you guys were like three peas in a pod. So what happened from the show to now?
I really think that it has to do with the fact that he's in a relationship as well. Not saying anything bad about it whatsoever. It's probably a little difficult for his girlfriend to kind of watch that we were really, really close on TV. And I mean, I really do think that it's amazing. Like, even me watching it on TV every Wednesday, I'm kind of just like, oh crap, like, he really did help make the whole situation easier. Like, he was really there for me. And it does suck that we kind of can't really still have that friendship. But I mean, I'm in a relationship, he's in a relationship. All in all, we were able to squash whatever we had, and we were able to kind of keep each other sane during the experience, and that's all I really can be thankful for.
Yeah, we're good. You know what I mean? We're okay. We've always really been friends. It's just, he owed me that much money, and I wasn't really too happy about that.
I mean, I know fans want to know, did he ever pay you back the money?
He's doing it slowly.
Okay.
He's trying to.
That's good. That's good. At least he's working on it. So at least you guys talked about it.
Oh, yeah, we're working on it. So, it's good. Yeah. We have the same publicist, so we're actually seeing each other a lot. Like, every single interview we go on, we're always together, so.
Yeah, I've been noticing that. You guys have been doing a lot of good things. I'm so happy for the both of you. And, of course, like, thank you. I see my friends out there doing their thing. We're clearly all going to be climbing to the top together, so I'm happy about that.
I mean, the experience would have been nice for us both to have to grow and not have one another to lean on. But yes, in the part that we did share that experience together, and we were able to learn different tactics on how to deal with each other a little bit more healthy than we were in real life. But yeah, our relationship right now is we're kind of just taking a break from one another. It's been on air, so I feel like we're just taking it, especially the criticism, differently. So I feel like after it airs, we'll be able to, and we're at different parts of our life right now too. She needs to have like her own space, and so do I, especially after all that time being together.
I would wish me and Kim talked more. We and Kim got really close at the end, and I haven't really talked to her too much as I would like. Same with T. And then, same with Robbie, too. Robbie and I felt really close to him in the house. Obviously, you see us together, and we don't really talk at all, so.
I feel like me and Mike didn't really, get that bond, because I feel like he left the show a little early. So Mike was really the only one that we didn't really have that connection, or, we didn't really communicate or talk.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked, here and there. It was like hi and bye or whatever. Or, just brief conversations. Other than that, that's pretty much it, because he left early.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Tia, definitely, I wish I was a little closer with her on the show. I actually was talking to her the other day, and I was checking in on her, seeing if she's okay, and I was just like, I miss you, and she was just like, I really wish we did spend more time together. Obviously, like, there was Theo's situation and all that, so her mind was preoccupied. I was with Peter, so that's totally understandable. But she said that she wants to come visit, and we want to get together soon as well.
I mean, it's yes and no. Like, they're like empty wishes, I guess, because I know that I'm so busy, and I know everyone else has their own shit going on. That I wish, I wish as a whole I spoke to people more. But I know at the same time, I don't hold it against anybody for not staying in contact with me, in particular, or me saying, and I hope they don't hold it against me for staying in contact with them more, just because everything is, so crazy. But yeah, I mean, I guess, I still stay in contact. I guess I was closer with Theo, after the show. We'll text here and there occasionally, but I really don't keep in touch, on a consistent basis with too many people, just because, like I said, it's so busy. Yeah.
I actually talk to Jen frequently, more than I talk to her really in the house. I mean, towards the end of that experience. And then, I haven't really talked to Kim in, a few weeks, but, I know if I wanted to reach out to her and actually talk to her, she would take the time out to talk to me too. And then, I talk to Uniques, of course, every now and again. We're busy people, but we talk. And then, I talk to Jordan three times a week, literally on the phone for hours 3 times a week?
I don't know with MTV. I would definitely don't have anything really planned, but I have, put my 2 cents in about the challenge. I would love to do the challenge, and I think that would be awesome. So hopefully I get the call one day. And
yeah, so I have 2 things right now. Really 3, but I'm keeping the third one a secret until that's officially launched. The 2 things that I have going on right now is I have my clothing line, which has been completely launched. It just hasn't been public yet with my website. It's called Soul Vision Grind. Yeah, it's going to be fucking dope. I have like amazing graphic designers underneath me from different schools around the city, actually, that were all kind of came together. So I was trying to incorporate, they're juniors, and I believe I have 1 sophomore in college. So they're just breaking into, I guess, graphic design and things like that. And with the platform I have as far as social media and followings, it's kind of one hand washes the other. They're doing like minimal work for me, but like just really being creative with it. And in exchange, like I'm going to be promoting them, and hopefully that catches the attention of other people to hire them and actually pay them instead of me just taking them out to Panera. Shout out to Panera. But
so basically, they portrayed, your guy Willie from Philly as not having game on the show.
And we will get to that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, but we're going to get to it. All right, so let's get to it right now.
Okay. They portrayed you as not having game on the show. So do you feel like that has affected your game in real life since you've been home?
No, not at all. No, I just feel like, this MTV, they edit a lot of things, there's stuff that's not shown. So a couple of my friends, we're going to, like, in Philly, we're going to be downtown, and I'm going to, it's just going to be a video where, I present myself or whatever, and I come up to random females, see if I can get their numbers, and if I have game. And if I don't get 50 female numbers by the end of the day, then we can pronounce that I have no game.
I am working on things in the future. I have a project that I'm coming up with myself. And then I've been doing real estate a lot more with my mom. Me and my mom just purchased properties together, so we're renovating those and doing that. And that's just what I want to keep on doing is like my goal. And just, do the best for me.
I 100% would love to do a challenge. I'm not sure how it works, like if they tell you who your partner is before you like agree to it. I definitely would want to know who my partner is, and probably would only want to do it if Peter was my partner. So I think they need to do, instead of doing like Battle of the Exes or like Rivals, they need to do like a couple things.
Yeah, so I actually I've been talking. I went to we've been going to a bunch of modeling things, and I'm not really trying to do runway. Obviously, I'm only 6 feet tall. I'm not trying to I'm not 6'4". You know what I mean? And have a chiseled face. But
I told you to start your own boy band. Whatever happened to the singing thing?
I know. Well, my manager works with one of the guys from Are You the One, and he wants to maybe set up a little collaboration of us singing together. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the show has given me more of a platform to do my passions, to pursue my passions. I'm actually going to put on an event for adopting animals, working with one of my previous employers. And I found that out from a fan too. We were both passionate about animals, and we clicked that way, and we both happened to be in Orlando. So I would have never met her. I've been speaking at colleges and applying my degree and relating it to the situation that I went to about the social construction of society. And I actually got hired with a company as a liquor and wine rep.
I'm currently seeing someone, so that's nice, I guess. I like it so much the same.
That, and your love interest of the show was Cassius. So what is your relationship changes from the show to now that the show is over?
Well, I'm not single anymore. It just happens to not be, with Cass. I have a boyfriend. His name's Marlon. Hey, boo. And, we've been doing, really good. We've been dating for 3 months now. And not to say Cass couldn't have been, my boyfriend. It just didn't so happen to work out like that. We just are two separate souls in certain aspects. So yeah,
Well, are you and Cass still in contact? I know the fans are curious.
We were at one point, once when me and Martin's relationship wasn't so serious, now we're actually together. I was talking to Cass every now and again, talking about his music, talking about where I was, talking about, little things here and there, but not anymore because, he has a boo. So.
Actually, speaking of relationship, Marlon, I don't know you and you're probably an awesome dude, but I have to do this because it's just a part of being a reality star. For all those guys who've been eyeing Lana and been trying to know what her type is, Lana, if a guy were to slide in your DMs, what attracts you to a guy? And what's your type? It doesn't have to be physical or personality wise. What do you look for in a good dude?
You know what? What I look for in a guy is kind of a pusher. And if that kind of translates into, me liking Cass, he's very opinionated, blah, blah, blah. But there's a difference between being opinionated and you having to fit into someone's mold of an opinion and having a guy who is here to help you grow and, push you to be a better you. And that's the main thing I look for. I look for that, and I look for someone who's funny. I need to be able to laugh at you. I need you to be able to laugh at me when I'm awkward. Not only awkward when I'm naked, but awkward in general. And I just need a best friend.
Mike and I are great. We're cool, homies. Fuck no. I'm not pursuing that. I am currently single. Yes.
So that means that you are on the market looking for
I am on the market. Not for everybody, but I'm on the market.
And if there were a few gentlemen out there that were looking to reach out to you, what's your type? How would you like to be approached? Give these guys a chance here.
Well, oh my god, I was about to say something really shallow. I don't know. I like you have to be tall, okay? I'm tall. I'm 5'8" plus. Like you need to be tall. So I need you to be tall. I need you to be good looking. I need you to have a good personality. I'm needy, so I need attention. I need you to just approach me like you want me. And if you offer, like, be a gentleman. Ask me out on a date or coffee. It doesn't need to be something extravagant. But I'm a little old-fashioned with that, so I guess that's it. And everybody, no more dick pics, okay? I didn't ask for them.
It doesn't matter how many announcements you make, they're going to still come.
Yeah, I'm definitely focusing on myself right now. So for me to have a boyfriend, I feel like will just distract me. So I'm staying single. I want to be single. But I mean, like, I'm dating, but that's just regular life. I really don't have a type. I would say I'm more of like a personality girl. So I'm attracted to intelligence and sense of humor for sure. And I don't mean to be like a height elitist, but you can't be my height, and I'm 5.
Right now, it seems like girls are always either like yelling at you from doing one thing, or talking to another girl, or not being where you're supposed to be, or not being who you're supposed to be. So, with all of that, clearly you had your little thing with Jordan. You had your relationship, from your castmate or one of your, I guess, alumni castmates of either one. Then you had, different situations on social media with different women leaking different things. So, where are you at now today with your love life? Let the fans know. I know that's probably the question they've been waiting for. That's why I saved it to the end.
No, my love life is pretty dry right now. I've realized that women have just in serious relationships I'm just not ready, to be honest with you. The combination of being on TV and in that thing, that's the hardest thing. I don't care who you are. You can't have a relationship and be so involved on TV, especially when you're having sex on TV with somebody else, because like it's just guaranteed to start shit. And it sucks because, honestly, like the real world did fuck some shit up with my relationship, for sure. And that was my fault, And now it's like, it's just one night stands, and I'm just just telling girls what's up, you know. I can't lie.
Are you happy about that? Are you looking for something more? Like, what about the girls that that have a thing for you? Like, what are you looking for? How can they approach you?
The less clothes, the better. I mean, if you're gonna approach. No, for real.
You're not gonna find a girl you can bring home to mom that way.
I know. In all honesty, right now, although I would love to be in a relationship, I've yet to meet someone that's able to handle like everything that I bring to the table, both good and bad, which is completely understandable. So right now, I'm just trying to keep it like classy but casual. I just described clothing, but yeah, for real. It's been like I'm doing my thing, but I'm just focusing on, like I said, so much shit between the clothing shit and the protein, the supplements, and then these after shows and interviews and whatnot coming forward. It's best for right now to focus on myself and just have fun. That's what I'm doing. I'm just having fun.
A lot of people apply. What do you think someone needs to do to get picked, to stand out? If fans want to apply, like, what advice can you give them?
The best advice, I think, I would have to give two tips on that. The first thing would be to just be very extroverted. Like, don't be like a Debbie Downer. Don't try and take everything so seriously and think this is like a life or death moment. Just constantly be smiling, just be upbeat, be animated, because that's what everyone wants to see. No one wants to see this depressing person all the time. And the second thing would just be yourself, because overall you film for such an extended period of time that any type of actor, as you saw, like with Tia's fake accent, like I never heard it slip, but apparently it slipped.
I mean, I always tell people just to be yourself. I'm like, otherwise they're gonna pick somebody who's, I don't know. Some people, I guess, they really are their authentic selves, and so they can see right through you. They know everything about you. So, I mean, if you're going to lie, they're going to know it's going to be revealed, I guess, if it's a good one enough. Like, it'll get on TV, but they'll know everything.
Just being yourself. If you have a personality fit for reality television, you're going to get on. You just got to be persistent. Don't give up if you get declined. Just keep pursuing your dream. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. That's what I could say. Don't give up. Never give up.
Applied like everybody else. I say be yourself, but put yourself in a position where they get to see you. So if you have to be more forward than you normally are, be yourself, but on black. Be yourself, but on 10 when you're auditioning, I guess. And pray. That's literally all I did. I was 100% myself. I told my craziest stories and my craziest whatever, but it was me. And then I literally prayed. I prayed about it, talked to my family about it, had my mom and dad praying that I got picked, and I got picked. So just be yourself. I think that what they want is genuine people, and I think that they can fish out the people who are doing shit for camera, who are acting, and who are lying. So don't go in there saying all this crazy stuff or being someone that you're not, because that's not going to get you chosen.
They chose you.
Honestly, I'm really not sure why they picked me because I've applied a couple times. I mean, obviously, they kind of have, like, they know what they're looking for. Like, from the get, they know what they're looking for, and it really is unfortunate you have no idea what they're looking for.
You don't.
So the only thing I can say is just be yourself, be bubbly, talk, don't be shy, because they want people that are outgoing, that are friendly, that are going to get along with people, because you do have to live with people for 2 to 3 months. I mean, it's definitely a huge thing that a lot of people are like, oh my god, like, Jen from the Real World works at this salon, like, I'm gonna get my hair done. So it definitely helped career-wise with the amount of clients that I have. I've had a couple people come in and they were like, I weren't gonna say anything, but I definitely watch you on the show, and like new clients, like they're actually scared to tell me that they go to me because
life hasn't really changed too much, other than like getting recognized every day and like social media and stuff obviously changing and having people say stuff to me and come up to me, like, that's cool. But like day-to-day stuff, like, no, my life hasn't changed too much. I'm working at the same salon. I still model for a living, and the no road does not help me with that. I know a million people have asked me. No. And yeah, I still live in Chicago, so no, it hasn't changed because of the show. My life has changed, but
Honestly, the biggest lesson I learned was just that you can't go through life not loving yourself. Like, if you were in the house and you did not love yourself, you weren't confident about what you were about, what you were doing, you would get eat alive, pretty much. You would get a talk from at least one person, two people in the house telling you, you need to get it together because that's not how you live. So that's the main thing I learned. And when I got out of the house, it translated into my everyday life. I cut off people who didn't give what I gave them. And, I'm really happy now. And I'm loving it. I don't even care if my circle's small. It's okay.
Circles can be small as long as they're solid. That's
Exactly. So that's my big thing I learned.
Would have to say that the biggest thing that I took from the real world is not assuming that everybody has the same, I don't want to say beliefs. Like, if I'm just generalizing the real world and we're not talking about the specific incident that sent me home, but everyone has their own different beliefs and thoughts and outlooks on situations and certain things. And I guess I became too complacent and like too comfortable with my environment that I had just naturally assumed that, we like the same music, I'm getting along with you, you must share my, similar like opinions or things like that. And being back in the row, watch really not so much. It's hard to see it when you're in the moment, but when you're watching it back at home, that's what really gave me a lot of clarity and really let me see, like, in retrospect, like the differences and how I have to physically just be a lot more understanding. And I don't want to use the word open-minded because that's not correct, but just more thinking and less talking. And I think that if I did that more often, which is what I've tried to do, you'll get to know people a lot better than if you're just constantly kind of like forcing your opinions and your conversations down people's throats and then not really giving them a chance to speak, or if they do speak, not actually listening, just waiting for your turn to talk. So overall, I would definitely have to say just being more aware that everyone from different parts of the country have different, ideas and different stuff, and being, like I said, just accepting it and understanding that and going forward.
No, I mean, I definitely learned a lot of things in the house. I learned that, small things don't matter, let things go. Definitely patience. Yeah, becoming a better sister. I'm always going to be protective over my sister, regardless if we're getting along or not getting along. Like, I'll always be right by her side if she ever needed me. But, that's what I just realized is, like, family is always going to be there, and friends can come and go. If those are your friends, if, like, they're your true friends, they'll stay with you and stick by your side.
There's kind of two different things. I would say I can't get along with everyone. Like, my biggest thing is I want to be friends with everyone.
I think I told you that, too.
Everyone tells me that. Like, I cannot be friends with everyone. It's very unfortunate because I just am a friendly person. I try to be as nice as possible to everyone, but living with people that you don't get along with, it kind of just proves that you can't get along with everyone. Like, it's life. Usually when you can't get along with someone, you don't have to live with them. So I think that's definitely one of the biggest things is just I can't be friends with everyone. I shouldn't have to try so hard because then it obviously causes fights with people I care about. Other than that, I definitely think I kind of grew a backbone in a sense because I never really had a backbone. So I feel like I kind of was able to stand up for myself with certain situations. I kind of voiced what I needed to voice things when I felt like I was hurt. So normally I'm kind of one to kind of just keep quiet, like sweep it under the rug. I kind of beat myself up over things when I like wish I can say something, but just too scared to like have confrontation. Mm-hmm. So definitely learned how to kind of finally stand up for myself.
I'll be honest with you, nothing really.
So you don't feel like you learned one thing during your whole experience?
I'm a pretty funny guy. That's all I can really say. But other than that, no, I don't think I really.
That's what you learned?
Yeah. I'm be honest with you, I really don't think I learned anything on the show.
Well, I know when I first got on the show, I really wanted to pursue, being a comedian because I have, that dry sense of humor. I'm really corny. I'm really goofy. So I was, really reaching for doing something like Girl Code or like SNL or whatever. Yes. But, you know, honestly, I've been taking on a different role of, you know, having people reach out to me who want me to be a part of, like, their campaigns, you know, that promotes beauty and promotes, you know, giving girls, you know, that little push for high self-esteem, like that kind of stuff. And I'm really, you know, I'm really excited about it because that actually seems more kind of my side. I don't want to say side. What side? My, you know.
It's like a lot. It's very personal to you, so you can speak,
right.
Yeah, you can speak on it and actually give your real life opinion rather than really just trying to kind of give advice out of your ass. You actually can speak from like, real life experience.
How help with what's it called, like a domestic violence kind of like organization, like kind of be able to speak up with stuff like that now that people know what I've been through and all that. So I definitely want to help out somehow with that. I just haven't figured out what to do yet. So I'm kind of just like waiting for a door to open with that too. I'm going to kind of contact some people from MTV, see if there's anything I can do to help. I definitely want to be like a role model for people who are going through what I went through or like did go through what I went through. So I'm kind of just waiting to figure that all out as well.
Hell yeah, I would do the challenge. Like, you know, that's something I definitely would want to do.
Two different themes. Some are Battle of the Exes. Some are Bloodlines. Some.
You know what? I got it.
Which one?
It would be Battle of the Exes.
No, I don't want to go in there with you.
I would want to see how we would turn out. Like
no, I don't want to go on the challenge with you, Will.
I would really want to do that.
No, because I would be so annoyed with you when we try to compete, and then if you lost, I would fucking hate you.
I think we would make it, yeah.
Why would you think that?
No.
Why? Like
maybe like 3 challenges, I think we would, and then after the 4th challenge, we probably be like, you know what, I can't do this no more.
Like I don't know, I'm not really seeing a power team.
I don't really want to be known as someone who's a reality TV star. So with this following or whatever this has done for me, I just hope it launches my careers and stuff. Like I hope I'm doing better at the salon, getting clientele from this. Modeling, it doesn't really help with, but hey, if I do end up booking something because, oh, that's a girl from Real World, great. I would love to be on a challenge. I would do that. I don't want to do a ton of reality stuff, but I would go on maybe a couple more shows. I don't want to be like the legend like Johnny Bananas or anything, but I would do a few. So, yeah, I don't know, 5 years, I'll be 26. And, yeah, hopefully, I don't know if I'll be living in Chicago or New York. And, yeah.
I've been going like acting like these modeling agencies and like for commercial print and film. And I have an interview next week, a second interview to be like the second manager. He wants to like get me started on going on auditions for my acting background or whatnot. So it's good. That's what I want to do anyway. And pretty much I'm just doing interviews like the same thing, like wet paint. I'm doing an interview. I did an interview with we did like a meet and greet with Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday.
Mike told me about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we did CBS Radio.
I would say to be unapologetically you. Just be you. You know, don't even hold back. Because there's plenty of times where I would be myself and then I would beat myself up after for just being myself. Like, you just need to go into it open. You need to go into it, you know, but knowing your values and knowing when you need to set boundaries with people. Like, just be who you are. Don't try to be anybody else.
The biggest thing would probably be don't have a boyfriend before you go on the show. You know, my boyfriend, no. I definitely, the kid that I was dating before I went on the show, I probably should have kept it, like, no, like, definitely shouldn't have done that because look when that happened. Yeah, no, that definitely showed a side of me that, like, it's not even a side of me. Like, I kind of kicking myself for it because people think that I'm just kind of like, I jump around and it's not me. Like, I'm a relationship kind of person and, you know, feelings with Peter just kind of hit me and we made it work and clearly we're still together. So no, it was not like I was a rebound or anything. But I definitely wish I went into that whole situation like 100% like not dating anyone.
Oh, man. Let me tell you. I wish I would have interacted with more of the people on the show. That's one thing that, like, I noticed Like, every time I watch the show, I sit there, I be like, yo, everybody's doing their thing, everybody's out having fun. And what am I doing? I'm out just doing my own thing, where I wish, like, I really would have interacted more with the people.
My best advice would be don't sweat the small things and take every advantage, like, of whatever Real World offers you. Like, if they're like, hey, go do these things, go do them. Don't sleep in. Wake up early in the house, because I think everyone gets so caught up in sleeping and partying. And that's not really it. It's like the beauty is like living with other people and getting to know everyone else and like learning about other people. I think everyone in the house should have learned more and done one-on-one more, got to know their roommates a lot more. And like try to understand. Don't sweat the small things. You're there to have fun and meet new people and take advantage of everything. That's really what I should have said. Like, with the advice I give myself is like, just really take advantage. Don't care what other people think. And like, I think the hardest thing too to adapt was the cameras being around all the time. You get caught up in conversations, you have deep conversations. A lot of things that you think are going to be put on the show end up on the show. Because there's so much. There's just so many things. They're filming for 2 months, and just take advantage of everything.
I think I would tell myself to chill a little bit. I think when I first got there, the cameras were very overwhelming. And just because you're being recorded all the time, I always felt the need to, like, fill that quiet space or say something instead of just, like, collecting my thoughts. Like, I don't have to be a spaz and entertain just because cameras are in your face. I feel like I would ramble a lot. I would tell myself to take a chill pill. I think that I would change if I had to go back. Would definitely not. I was so afraid people would think I was talking shit. And so I always felt like the need to explain myself. I felt like I definitely would have commented on more situations that I opted out not to because I didn't want to seem like I was butting in.
Yeah.
But if they're going to edit you regardless, might as well speak your actual insight on the situation.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I would do.
That's such a good question. Fuck. If there was one piece of advice I could write, it would be to drink half as much alcohol on the show and not shave my head. that would be the two biggest fucking things I would tell myself. So
that's a good one.
Yeah, that would be that for sure.
Yeah. If it was any advice, I would definitely not get as drunk as I did. It led to me just getting mad a lot and letting the girls antagonize me. So if I could not get antagonized as much while being drunk, it would have been a lot better.
Fans who are interested, my Twitter and my Instagram is at Jordie, Jordie, Danielle, at Jordie Danielle, or my Snapchat is at Simply Jordie, same spelling. And I do have a YouTube channel, which is Jordie Anderson. So you can find me on there and look for me on the big screen. Well, not the big screen, I guess. You like billboards or something. In stores. Look at me in the mall. Look for me in the mall and on websites.
As far as everything, it's my first, or my last name, then my first name, Stack, STACK, and Anna, ANNA. So STACK, ANNA.
So you can reach me at MTV Peter Romeo, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat is Romeo_Peter. And yeah, you know what, guys, it's been great talking to you. Great having Anika talk to me. Want to say a big shout out to the Real World followers. This will not be the last time you hear Peter Romeo, I promise you.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MTV Jennifer. Always posting, literally always posting. I love social media. Or even Snapchat. It's my first and last name, so it's Jennifer, and then my last name's GeoGhan. Me and Peter love to just be annoying on Snapchat as well, so we're always posting for the fans. We love interacting with fans, so don't be afraid to talk to us, and I try to reply as much as I can to people. So,
yeah.
All right, so you'll be able to find on Instagram. You'll be able to find me at MTV Willie from Philly. That's Willie with a Y. And on Facebook, you can find me at Will Grooms the Third. And off Twitter would be MTV Will.
My social media is Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter They all have the same name. It's Katrina, my first name, Katrina, with an extra A, OXX. And that's all my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Platforms, what are your websites? How do people stalk your life?
Yeah, well, I made this mistake last time. I wrote my shit down on a piece of paper, and I held it up, and it all came out backwards.
All right, so I'm mainly on Instagram. I know it's like twice a week, but that's what I'm mainly doing right now. So that's _Orlana, ORLANA. I'm on Twitter if you want to hear me, be a little awkward, comment on some things every now and again. And that's that's OR_LANAA. And then, I'm on Snapchat sometimes, y'all, but not all the time. But if you want to catch, every now and again Snapchat, I'm on Snapchat. That's LITTLEOH. And Tumblr. Yep.
But yes. Tell us your Tumblr.
Girl, my Tumblr pops.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to. Well, guys, I mean, you know what? If your Tumblr name is too long, it's okay. Her Tumblr name is now appearing at the bottom of the screen right here, so check it out. Let's start with my relationship status. I am single, but guys, if there are any of you that feel like you can step up to the plate, I may be looking. What's the thing I miss the most in the house? It would probably be being around everyone all the time. We're so busy, it's hard to keep in contact with people. I try to keep in contact with almost about everyone, but clearly, like, I see Jordan the most. I talk to Lana a lot. Me and Theo talk from time to time. Me, Jen, and Pete talk from time to time. Me, Katrina, and Anna, we talk time to time. Kim, I wish I talked to her more. Who am I missing? Tia, I talk to her as well. I think Cass, I don't talk to. Will, I don't talk to. Mike, I talk to. So Robbie, I don't talk to. But yeah, for the most part, I try to keep in contact with everyone. It's just very hard with everyone's schedules. My most significant change would definitely have to be the fact that I am moving from the East Coast to the West Coast. I'm making that LA move, so I'm very excited about that. AskUnika.com is a lifestyle brand that I created about 2 years ago before I even went on the Real World, but I think this is the perfect time to kind of expand it and make it even a bigger brand. So we do cooking shows, we do celebrity interviews, we do traveling tips, we do financial advice, interview help, relationship advice. We have such a wide variety of topics, and there's only more to come with the Ask Unika brand. So definitely keep up to date with what I'm doing and keep up to date with what's happening with Ask Unika, because Ask Unika TV is actually coming soon. You can follow me on my social media handles, and they're all at Nika Rashawn. That's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat is actually the only one that's different, and that's AW05119N. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, follow me and definitely keep up with what I'm doing. Thank you guys for watching The Real Check-In. Don't forget to keep on checking back at AskUnika.com.